Hi everyone, welcome to Tonic Live with me, Owain.
And me, Alison.
What is Tonic Live? If you haven't joined us before, Tonic Live is live tutorials with Alison, and I go through your comments, questions and suggestions on the comments section of the live feed. How to join in? Yeah, so if you can join in, you haven't joined us before, what you can do is you can comment in the comments section here. So if you're watching on Facebook, that is. You can also watch us on YouTube. We're available on YouTube. So if you're struggling to watch on Facebook for whatever reason, or you can't watch there, go over to YouTube because you can watch there and you can comment there as well. And I'll do my best to read a bit of both. The comments are working today. So we got the comments here. On Friday we were doing it blind, hoping they were saying nice things, and we were lucky enough you were saying nice things. So it was good. It was good to read them back, and we did later. Lovely comments. But they're working again today, so I'll just have a read through when Alison's in the middle of doing a bit of gluing. There's a competition as every week, and what we do is just pick one of the commenters, whether you said hi, whatever you said, just comment or like or anything like that. But we draw from the comments. So if you put a comment just saying where you're from, something like that, what the weather's like, where you are, just put it in there. I'll draw one at random and announce it in next week's show. I'll announce last week's winner at the end of today's show. So I'll announce that.
Tell us what you're crafting with at the moment.
Yeah,
what are you making?
What are you making? What events have you got coming up? What are you crafting with? Just let us know on there, and I'll read them out and we'll go through. And so this week we decided to ask you guys what you wanted to see, as we usually do sort of on most weeks. And we had one from Tracy Sutton who said she wanted to see the Twisted Veranda used. Also, I want to say a hi to Margaret Sutton as well, her mother. I think she's not too well in hospital, had a bit of a fall. So hi Margaret, yeah, hope you're well. And
soon,
I'm sure
Margaret.
Tracy will show you this later. They got Wi-Fi in the hospital. I don't know. They must have. I'm sure they have.
Some have clouds. It depends where you live.
Yeah. Former nurse there, like knowing the.
We had a cloud in Bridgend.
Not an IT expert.
Oh no,
just showing
definitely not.
There, but yeah, all the best. Yeah, get well soon, Margaret. Yeah, but Tracy wanted Twisted Veranda, and Sheila Empson wanted something with acetate. So a bit of work with acetate, just to ask your questions and go through that. So that's what we got going on today. So take it away, Al.
There we go. So this is
the. Dan's back, by the way. So Dan wasn't in last week. I know a lot of you.
Say hello to Dan today. Welcome him home.
A lot of you preferred Sean and his cam work, but he's back. What can we do?
I know. I'll try and do my best to be as good as Sean, but I can't promise anything.
Okay. Oh. So Dan's back. We're glad to have him back.
So this is the card we're going to make today. So I have used. I'll tell you what I've used with it, and I haven't used an awful lot to make this card. I have used the Twisted Veranda Die Set, which is that, which is a layering die set. I've used the Frond Finesse. I've used a flower punch, and that is it.
Yeah, so a flower punch. So yeah,
could be any flower punch.
So this, easy. I know a lot of you make along and things like that. So there's not a lot you'll need. So Frond Finesse, Twisted Veranda, and a flower punch. One of our older ones, but you can use other sort of punches if you've still got older punches and things like that out there. I've
cut everything out ready today because sometimes it does get a little bit boring watching me cutting, but I will tell you everything that I've cut. So the usual glasses off.
Clark Kent.
And they're off.
Clark Crafter Kent taking the glasses off. Super
crafter.
Okay. So as you can tell, I've used it because the tape is still attached. Yeah. 2 of the large shapes in cream, and I've done one from our 12 by 12 paper packs in the, I'm not sure what colour you would call this, like a
grape.
Grape would be a good colour for it actually. So that was what I used there. So that is going to make my background. Then I cut 2 pieces of card. I had a pretty patterned paper, which is a double-sided sheet. That's 4 inches, and the layer behind it is 4 1/4 inches. So then I went down a couple of sizes then. Oh, let me tell you about the other bit. Into one of the cream layers, I cut the patterned design into it. So that's those 2 we've done. Then I went down to the next sizes then, and it's not that one, it's the smaller one again.
You need nails for this to get.
I know, I cut them today. So I cut the smaller layer again in grape. I went down, it's all mainly the plain layers I've used today, and I wanted the back of the paper this time. Because if you've got double-sided paper, more often than not, the colours coordinate in it. So I used that to cut a smaller layer. I used the same size to cut a cream, but I cut the patterned layer into it. And again, I can't pick it up. There we are.
The magnet's too strong.
They are.
Yeah, these are the magnetic sheets. If you've got any of our A4 folders, or storage folders, a lot of you do, I speak to a lot of them, customer service, things like that, asking when they're out and things like that. They come with these sort of A4 magnets.
Yeah.
So some people, they don't know, they may be new to die cutting, how do you store your dies?
That's right.
If you can store them in, our storage folders, but so you can store them in any folder, but that magnetic sheet helps keep them in place.
Definitely. And these are big dies.
Yeah.
You're making about an 8x8 card with these dies. So if you store them flat, they're going to last for years.
Yeah.
And then I went down again to the very diddy little die in the centre, and I looked for a flower on the backing paper, and I cut the flower out. So that's going to be the centre of my design. So I'm going to pop all these away for now.
Well, I'll put them away. I'll get through some people say some highs. Tanya, good afternoon everyone. Hi Tanya. Zena, Faulkner, good afternoon Owain and Alison. Really looking forward to the demo. Feel this is one of the dies I struggle a lot with. Yeah, if there are certain dies that you guys struggle with.
Just let us know, and if we can, we will. We will do something.
There's a Tonic Live chat page. A lot of you will be members, but some of you won't. If you type in the search bar on Facebook, Tonic Live Chat, there's a group.
Yeah.
We'll add you to the group. And a lot of you just talk about show your cards off, bits and pieces. I just put in there if you're struggling with a thing, and we read that in the week and we think, what can we do on a Wednesday, or what can we do on a Friday, to show you. So, yeah, content's driven by you guys. Victoria's with us.
Hi, Vic.
Good afternoon from. I thought she's. Good afternoon at Tonic Towers. I thought she was saying she was at Alton Towers. I don't know. On one of the rides, just chilling out.
One day she'll come to Tonic Towers, I'm sure.
I'm sure Vicky will come down. She makes some of the cards for the shows for us. Mary Wilkie, hi there, sitting in beautiful weather in Arbroath, Scotland. Yeah, it's
lovely.
Quite cloudy here, but it is warm.
It's muggy.
It's quite muggy again.
We've had a lot of muggy this summer.
We have. We're saying I'm going away soon, and I haven't bothered buying summer clothes. I've just... I'm buying it all in the sales now, because I'm going away, so I'm just buying it all in the sales, just ready. Yeah, everyone else is finished with the summer wear. Shorts are gone.
No, I know you haven't had much short wear.
No, nothing.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is take one of the cream shapes, and as you look at it, just use the shape of the die to your advantage. So where I'm going to score is you've got this line going right across here, where it looks like a circle on a square. That's the only way I can describe this card. So I'm going to use the bottom of the square and score. So it doesn't matter which scoring board you've got, because you don't necessarily need any numbers on it. So as you can tell, mine's my little trusty board, and I've just scored it.
If you don't have a scoring board,
you could do it with a ruler,
yeah,
because you could just line your ruler up along the bottom. So I don't know whether you want to show the line I've scored on. Maybe that would help.
There we go. You can see that's pretty clear there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go, guys. Anything you're not clear on, guys, or you can't see, or you want us to do again, just let us know. Since you guys let us know what you can and can't see.
Yeah. The only other thing I want to do with the back, if I can show you on this one, because you've got a rounded base, it doesn't stand very well. So I don't know whether this is what you've been struggling with, Tracy. And who was the other lady that said they struggled?
The person, Tracy was struggling, and they said, it was Zena.
Zena. I cut the bottom off the back of the card because this gives it more stability. So if you do it while it's flat, it's a lot easier. And then you can stand the card up, because if you've got a rounded bottom on the card, it doesn't stand well.
What type of card is this card?
That would be a
Tenfold,
tenfold card.
Okay.
Get the book up, write it in.
Get you both.
Tenfold. I think I remember that. It looks from the side. It looks like a tent. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm using is my little handy trimmer, and I only want to take a little bit off the bottom. So I'm lining up the score line that I've just drawn, and it is actually lining up on the 5.5 inch line on my trimmer. So if that's straight, then you know the bottom of your card is going to be straight. And just take it off. So it's only a small amount, but it is enough there. I pop it on the back there. It's enough to make the card stand straight.
Yeah. The trimmer, by the way, guys, that's ours. Like Tonic Studio is 160E is the code on that, and that's available throughout the trade. You'll find that everywhere, and that's pretty much the go-to in your craft room.
Yeah. So I haven't got any bits to cut out today, but you all know how well how die's cut anyway.
Yeah. We got that funky glue pen being used. Same funky glue pen, I think, is it?
It's the same one.
When it runs out, we'll let you know, but we're still going to go. Show 100, still going. Well, that was like a fairy liquid thing, wasn't it, they used to do?
Yeah.
More product. Just go, just forever.
That's right.
Yeah, who have I got here? I've got Linda Poland. Hi, made it back again. Hi, Linda, the regular. Sue Cluro says,
welcome back.
Hi, Alison and Owain. A very warm, from a very warm Kettering. Owain, you growing that beard again? Kind of. It was just stubbly, I thought, rugged crafting sort of look. But I don't want to be in that thing where I'm just growing it. So I grow every 15 shows, or I shave it off and we start again. I'll shave it more regularly, I think.
Crafting in the wild.
Crafting.
Okay, so I've popped a little bit of glue around the outside, but I've also put a little bit in the middle, because sometimes you find that the middle of the card will separate. So just line up. If you take one of these corners to line up with the bottom layer, so I've got the lovely grape colour underneath. And I'm just looking at the corners here to line them up.
Is that what you do? Use a fixed point?
Yes.
And just try and... Okay.
Yeah.
Because
you have a little bit of manoeuvrability time with the funky glue pen.
Yeah.
But not an awful lot. And that's it. That's all stuck. So that's the front of our card. This is the back. So to stick the back on, I like to use a little bit of red line tape. You could use wet glue, mind. I could use the funky glue. Once
again, the most of the time that we use the tape is just time-wise and showing you on the show. That's any craft shop, that's available. If you are, I don't know, crafting. A lot of you do workshops and things like that, I guess. And if you're doing something and showing a group of people, maybe it's best to to use a bit of tape. Otherwise, use your wet glue if you got a bigger project. I've got Karen Oldham says making a Halloween card for the Tonicaholics site challenge. So that's for the
lovely.
That's the Win and Tonic. Win and Tonic.
That's the Tonicaholics.
Oh, Tonicaholics. Sorry, I think Pam's doing a Halloween competition to win some dies on there. I think I've seen that. Tanya says, hi all from a very sunny Birmingham. I'm just planning for my cousin's little one's first birthday card for next week. I did post my sister's card with the trellis, but I forgot to add the tag. No problem. We'll let you know at the end of the show. We do a Friday show if the first time you joined us, where we show everyone's cards which have been on the group for the week, and we have a bit of a chat and go through, and a lot of you tell us how they make. Sometimes we can't even work it out, but just add, it's a hashtag Tea Time with Tonic after, and we can usually find it. Dan's usually better at finding them if they haven't got the hashtag. I think Sean just went through anything without the hashtag.
That's the one benefit of me.
The one.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Bev Huntington says, hi, absolutely boiling here in Havant. Need a cool spot, so thought I'd relax in my craft room with you. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's fairly cool in here. It's not as warm. In the old studio, we used to get really warm in it.
We've got windows here.
There are windows. We'll show you one day, but it's just an industrial estate. It's not a lot. It's not. I know you guys probably imagine a beautiful rolling hills, like Welsh countryside.
There's none of that.
Which it isn't not far away. Like you wouldn't have to go far away to see that Welsh countryside. Like it's like only probably about 200 metres down the road. But in the estate that we're on, it's
not right on the road.
It's not there.
Okay, so I've taken that tape right up to the score line, and then it's just take it off. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do, but never mind. I'll put a bit of glue on that then.
We're live.
We're live again, yes.
That's the first time that anything's ever knocked onto plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
Right, now the easiest way I have found to do this is to bend the bit that you've scored, line everything else up first. So if you line the two corners here, make sure they are lined up, back and front. And then you can press the bottom then up towards the card. And then press it down. And there's your card base done. And it stands up.
That's your tent. There we go. Oh, I can show it on the top, or I can show it on the side. That's where we are so far, guys. See all my notes over there. my scribbles.
Scribbles. Put them away quick.
Remember to say hi to it. Yeah, so there we go. That's what we're working towards, and that's what else has got so far.
There we are. So, have we got any more messages?
Yeah. Well, I'll stick it down. I've got Julian Coulson says, good afternoon, Owen, Alison and Dan. What a lovely card. Happy crafting, everyone. Amanda Davis says, good afternoon. Hi, Amanda. Sean, cameraman last week says, Dan may be back, but the legend of Sean lives forever. So I think a lot of people will agree, but Team Dan, Team Sean.
He'll be making more appearances over the next few
Yeah,
weeks.
I think
he will be.
As holiday season comes into full flow, I think Sean may be back to do a bit more. Tig says, good afternoon, all. Looking forward to the demo. Hi, Tig. Lindsay Firth, hi from Sunny Leeds. Hi, Lindsay. Jacqueline Pugh says, hi from sunny Seaton Carew in Hartlepool. Oh, hi, Jacqueline. Elaine McCroby said, there's a heart symbol. Kathy Clay says, hi from Eagle Lake, Florida. I think we've seen Kathy before. Awesome. Said, once again, always, doesn't matter,
Yeah.
Although Alison said wow then, and she seemed really, impressed.
I know, I'm just impressed.
We're impressed that anyone is watching, and wherever you're from, so it doesn't...
Don't be intimidated to put anything down.
Yeah, we love to...
We're as happy to see the people in Bridgend as we are the ones in Florida.
Yes.
We got a little idea for Friday, which we can announce then, which me and Dan have come up with to hopefully elaborate on where you guys have, where you guys are from. But I'll announce that on Tea Time with Tonic on Friday. That's at 4 o'clock.
The mystery feature.
The mystery feature.
Yeah.
I feel a bit like a mushroom here, boys.
Cheryl says, hi everyone, love this die set. And Amanda says, love the colours you're using.
Well, I thought I would do something a little bit shabby chic. That was where the colours came from. Right, make sure I've got it the right way now, because I don't want my flowers upside down. So there's my centre bit.
I think we did before. What did we do? Where we had that the tool where we were sort of roughing the edges of the
We
paper.
did the distress tool.
Does it have to be on a straight line, or could you do it?
No, you could do
Or
it
you
on
could
anything.
on an edge or
Anything.
around the edge. Okay.
I have got one here with me actually.
We'll have to show it. It's on one of the previous shows. We used a distress tool just to give that sort of, let's call that sort of a shabby, sort of worn look to your cards, or a vintage look.
Always aim to have the...
There it is.
There we go. So that's available too.
Tool.
So if that's something that that you look to make, I can maybe show you.
So you can
on
go
a
around
card.
here.
Oh, so it works on an edge as well.
It does. You could do it with the scissors.
I'll show it on the
There we
cam so
are.
you can see. So if you want to see that sort of feathering or frayed effect, we've got
If you put a little bit of ink as well over the frayed edge, then you can put a little bit more shabby chicness into it.
Yeah.
So I decided with this, rather than have all the shapes facing the same way, I would twist it a little bit, seeing as it's called a twisted veranda.
Some sticky pads.
So, yeah, plenty of sticky pads.
Lorraine Morris, it's the first time Lorraine's joined us. Hi, this is a
Oh,
lovely
well
surprise.
done.
Yeah, first time I found this live video. What a great idea. I'm a Tonic Gold member. How do you recommend backing Home Sweet Home Dies range?
Home sweet home.
Is that the,
I would stick them onto a piece of
Tall.
card.
It's like a tall...
I'm
like, it's
thinking
like a
about
tall
a home
home sweet.
dies. I know. I would stick it onto a piece of card and cut around it. That's the one that looks like the house.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
house
yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
She said,
Make sure
yeah.
I got the right
Open
one.
brackets, long, tall, slim. So
That's the one.
I should have given that to you.
That's not
before.
me.
Elaine says picture keeps freezing. If your picture is freezing on Facebook or isn't working there, I'm assuming you're watching on Facebook. Maybe go over to YouTube. If you type it in on YouTube, Tonic Studios in the top column, you can find out. Go to our channel and you can watch live there. So you can watch live and comment, and maybe that'll stream better for you. But if not, if anybody else is struggling with the picture for whatever reason, let us know and we'll see what Dan can do and sort that for you.
Yeah. Isn't it better on the app if you go on the app as
Yeah,
well?
it tends to work better, say on the app. So a lot of you on tablets and and things like that, or got your iPads out. If you download the Facebook app, that's what it tends to work best on. I know a lot of people on desktops or prefer to have their laptop out and things like that. I think it will work on there if you want to. But if you are struggling to watch for whatever reason, it's all uploaded later on. So if you missed any of the start of this tutorial, don't worry, it's all uploaded later on, pretty much immediately after the show. So if you catch the end, watch till the end, and you can watch the beginning then, or choose to watch it later on. Well, I've got Sandra Lopez says, good afternoon from a boiling hot student Kent. It seems like it's boiling hot everywhere. It's a good.
We've lost out.
Warm in the UK
we had
today.
Ours yesterday, sort of blown across country, I think, today.
Justine says, cooey. On there. Cooey. Linda Pone, nice to be able to watch again. Missed it. Lynn Liddell from Marlborough, Wiltshire. What is the glue pen called, please? That's the funky glue pen.
Funky glue pen.
If you Google that, you'll find that it's on Amazon everywhere. Crafty Devils, Pine Trees, all the retailers have got that.
There is another glue called the crafty glue pen, is it?
Yeah, well, there's a Nuvo glue pen as well. There's a thinner one. If you're doing sort of glittering or things like that, there's a finer one, or a bigger glue pen as well, a Nuvo one as well. So they're varying thicknesses. That's the funky one, which you just for your general craft. But if you want something a little different, we'll provide more info. Maybe we'll do that one day. We'll go through the glues.
Glue. It's the same colour bottle as this. The reason I use this one is because I have a little bit of trouble squeezing the bottle, and I find this one is easier to squeeze. That's the only reason I use it.
Yeah.
So I've layered it all up onto foam pads, and we've gone down to the smallest die there. So now I've got two of our, and they're probably all tangled now, 2 front finesse dies. I've used one out of the pattern paper. As I said, it was a double-sided piece of paper, but I've chosen to use the colour that I've put behind the pattern, because I didn't want if I used the pattern I'd used there, it would be lost.
If you pass it to me, I'll show them on the near cam, so you can see that it's done from the pattern paper. So that's the one side, and there you got the pattern there on the other side. And on the other one, it's just the
plain one.
The grey bit there.
Plain one.
There we go. Yeah, and you've used it's got 2 sides. That's the side you've used.
Yeah. There's always a right side and a wrong side to a die cut as well. That's not to say that you can't turn them over. If you feel the back of the die cut, the edge is rough. If you feel the front, it's smooth. It's like the die curls the edges of the paper a little bit, and it smooths them all off. But sometimes you want something to go like that. Yeah. And you want it to go back to front. What I would do then is run it through the machine with the embossing mat. Just the die cut with the embossing mat, and it gets rid of all that rough edge.
Okay.
You don't have embossing detail, but what you can do is take the die, turn it over so the opposite way. So you're putting it on the front edge of the die. Put the die on there and run over with a ball tool. So there are ways of using it. So you go through all these little holes with a ball tool.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm just going to stick these together.
So while
I'm going to offset them slightly. Sorry then.
No, it's all right. So what are you going to shadowing again?
Not completely.
Yeah, it's not really a shadow.
I'm moving it. I want to see the 2 of them, but I don't want them flopping all over the place, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so when I started making this card today, allowing to a secret, the flowers in the bow were going to be down here. But when I looked at it, I'd stuck it on the wrong side. So we'll do this one. It's not like me, I know.
It would be nice to have a show where we actually get a finished example.
Don't hold your breath, Dan. So I will do now what I originally intended. One of these days, I will do it right.
I'll go through some highs with everyone. I've got Claire Basing. It says, hello everyone.
Hi Claire.
Just joined us and I'm away. Got this die, but not used to it yet, despite all the great inspiration here and at Tonicaholics. This looks lovely. Yeah, hopefully, this inspires you. You make along, so if you can, make this and upload it to the Tonic Live chat page, and I will have to take a look. Gail Waters, hi from Tyrone, Northern Ireland, just love Tonic Dies. Well, Ruth's a bit further down. I think it was a birthday, I think, today.
Happy
So
birthday, Ruth.
happy birthday, Ruth. It was Alison's birthday earlier this week. Don't say happy birthday, everyone. Don't.
No. You get to that age where you think birthdays, no more birthdays.
She had a great cake. We all did.
I'm at that age.
Happy birthday in the office, and
we did, didn't we?
we did. It was a nice cake. That was a nice cake.
It was a massive cupcake.
It
It was just a
pink
huge
icing
pink cupcake.
and lots of sort of pick and mix sweets in the thing. It was good.
It was a good treat for.
It was really
It's
good.
good for a girl that
Good
goes
for
to
a Monday.
Slimming World, isn't it?
It's sort of like you have a cake here, regardless of whether Sean, who did the camps, he doesn't like cake at all, but yeah, you have one anyway.
You got to have a cake.
It's
for everyone else. It's not your, it's for everyone else, not for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of a bow, and I'm going to put a couple of little flowers. I mean, these could be any punch that you've got.
Yeah.
So just punch them out, and I'm just rolling the bowl tool around in my hand, and then we have little tiny shaped flowers.
Oh, we did a bit of that last week. So on Friday's Tea Time with Tonic, we did
I've moved them.
some of the beautiful blooms, and we did. I'll get yours rather than mine. I think yours look
You
yours
can
look
get
yours look a bit better.
whatever.
There we go. Top down. I'll go. There we go. So there you go. You can
be
see.
the best.
You can
friends.
see there we go. So yeah, Alison did that. So that was with the embossing tool in the middle to getting that sort of bloom effect.
So a little bit of funky glue on the back, and just dot them. I like to put 3, and I like to put 1 on my bow. So that's hence the 4 little flowers. So on top of that, I think this is Purple Rain, but as you can see, my label's gone missing. Which is never surprising, yeah?
No.
So if you've never used crystal drops before, hold them slightly above your card so that they're not touching, and just squeeze. And just squeeze gently and let go. And they will remain as raised little gems on your card. So I'm just going to pop a little couple here. Because to me it's looking a little bit bare over this side, so I just wanted to add something just to give it a little bit of a touch.
Yeah, it looks good in the flowers. It gives you that
It
rose
does.
that, like you can see.
It does.
Because I was going to say
dry.
for a moment, you're going to punch them a different colour to give them that sort of flower effect, but with the cream,
You don't
it's
need
wet up
it.
with the
Yeah.
inside.
So there's our card finished.
There we go. And I'll show it. There we go. I'll show them side by
There
side.
we are. So you've got one on the top and you've got one on the bottom. So
Yeah,
it's entirely.
don't stand them up straight away after the
Are they
crystal
running?
drops, 'cause
Are they running?
they are
Take
running
a
a
little
bit,
bit of
but
time to dry.
there we go.
Just put them down there.
I'll try to turn them the other way, like just reversing back. But there you go. That's how Alison's make it. Yeah, anything you didn't catch, whatever. The videos are all uploaded later on, so you can make along if you haven't got that. It's got the Twisted Veranda on there and the From Finesse and some punch stuff. But a lot of stuff is interchangeable, isn't it? On a lot of these cards,
Yes.
from the stuff that you can do. I'll just say side to a few people. So it's down back on the cameras. Our poor Sean. He's got stuff to do. He's got his own job. He doesn't need to. Don't worry about Sean. Anna Farish. Oh my God, he just popped up. I'm assuming that this. You've just popped up in the notifications and you're the first time joining us. Yeah, this is Tonic Live. We do it every Wednesday. Tonic Live, where we do sort of bigger tutorials on a Wednesday, and then on a Friday we have Tea Time with Tonic at 4 o'clock, where we do just go through your cards and just have a little look and have a bit of a chat. What have we got? Helen Barker says hello. Rosalind Rose says hi everyone from a really sunny Luton. M Bannister says hi. Heidi Blankenship, one of our US bloggers. Hi Heidi.
Hi Heidi.
Helen Knight, hi from Minnesota, she said as well. So hi from Minnesota. Helen Knight says hi.
I'm so impressed.
From a very hot Grimsby. Kim Bohr says loving the show as always. Back on solid land after a trip away on a boat. I just love the format of your shows and look forward to it twice a week. Yeah, love seeing your pictures as well, Kim. She put up some loads of on her boat. I guess keep saying Loch Ness, but you were on Loch Ness at one point, but I think you'd gone around a few places.
Oh, lovely.
So we enjoyed that, Kim. And it's a funky glue pen, Linda. So Evelyn, you're helping each other out on the chat. Elaine says hi. Is this glue sold in the US? Yeah, I believe
Yes.
so. Yeah, all sold in the US. I'll go through a few more. I know.
That's
in a
okay.
bit.
I haven't got a
It's on
card
US
to show
website.
you.
So-
No, go on.
I was just saying, US website. You can go on there and find the funky glue.
Yeah, so on the US, if you are based in the US, you can find all our products. They're on, say, tonic-studios.com. So www.tonic-studios.com. If you are watching from the US or there, you can find more products in the retail, on Google in the UK, or visit our website, .co.uk, that one is.
Lovely.
There we go.
Okay, so I brought 2 different thicknesses. This is for Sheila Empson.
Yeah, Sheila Empson, that's it.
Sheila asked for something to do with acetate. So it's very, very brief, Sheila, but I will do something another week with more acetate. There's a lot of different types of acetate out there. This is a thinner weight. As you can see, it bends quite easily. This is a thicker one. You can bend it, but it's a little bit firmer. It depends what you want to make with it. Acetate doesn't tend to die cut that well. If I was going to die cut it, it would have to be a plain shape. So I don't know whether I can show you with this. That's the problem, because showing acetate is not
Yeah.
easy.
Look at this invisible.
Yeah.
But they-
piece of sheet.
I think you did. I think you mentioned before. Is it the thickness? Although GSM is for card. Did you say it was microns?
I think it's microns for
I think you said
acetate. I don't know what the microns is for this, I'm afraid. There is another acetate then that's available, which is for stamping on. If you stamped an embossed normal acetate, it would just crumple up because it's a plastic. But there is heat. It's not resistant, but it's a lot better. If you held the heat gun over it too long,
Yeah.
it will still buckle. So this is the thinner of the 2 that I will die cut it just to show you what happens. It may well be that it will cut out perfectly now. As always, I'm using a tangerine machine.
Yep, tangerine. I know people asking. I said it would be early August, and I know we're pushing late August now. But they are. I think they're almost in, or they're due to arrive in the next few days. So as soon as they're back here, we get them, unboxed and everything like that. You'll start seeing them throughout the trade. So retails for around £166. You can just look at the reviews yourself out there for so people are really enjoying the machine, and it's what Alison's used on every show that we've ever done.
Okay, now I don't know whether you can hold that in front of the
Yeah,
camera
let me show.
there. Let me take this out of the way.
You go. Kind of want to show it against something like a.
Hold on.
Maybe against
Will it show?
yeah, no, you can see against the plate there, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe against the black. Yeah, the black
Will it
will
show
be
on
good.
the black?
Contrast.
The black's better. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you can see.
There we are. So I've die cut that. I think actually it's going to pop out.
Okay.
I think if you give that a good push.
Cross your
Maybe not.
fingers.
Yeah, cross your fingers, everybody. Maybe not all of it.
Oh no, it will come. Here we go. Yeah.
You may need to get a scissors on just for a couple of little areas on it, or run it through the machine again.
That's what I was going to say. If you put this through a few times, you're more
It
likely
would- it
to
probably
raise
would
the
cut
chances if you
through
get it. It's all right. I think that's okay.
I mean, there's another one that's very, very thin. This is not the very thin one, so it's a fair weight that I have, that I've cut there. Because if I just folded this, I'm trying to show how heavy it is. If I put that there, it would still hold as a card, and it would still stand up. Again, I don't know whether you can see.
No,
it.
I think you.
I think you can.
Yeah.
I think you can.
It will still stand up.
Let us know.
It is there.
Yeah, let us know.
You have to
I'm
believe.
not talking to thin air.
You have
His
to.
son's a bicycle.
You have to believe.
The Emperor's New Clothes.
We'll do all our cards like that from now on.
Yeah. All done in acid.
Yeah.
Really.
Our new acetate die cutter machine.
Yeah.
I could use that one to make the base of a card, but I've got the heavier one here. So it's an A5. It's an A5 sheet of acetate. So that's all I'm doing is scoring it on the A5 half fold. So I've got an embossing tool. It's got a good point on it. I got to be honest. It's got a nice metal point, so it's going to give me a nice crisp line. And I would score it from both sides of the acetate. Purely because of the thickness. And then just roll it over and press it down. So there's my acetate card. As you can see, that is going nowhere. It is really firm.
Sturdy.
Solid, yes. So that's all I've done, because I ran out of time a little bit. I've cut a few stars in different colours. So what I would do with this, if I'm going to stick my first star on, we'll come off the side of the card a little bit. And I'm just going to use foam pads to stick it on with. Saying that, maybe I won't. I'm thinking what I would use to stick onto acetate. You could use foam pads, but then you would have to cover the back of it.
That's what I was thinking. If you turned it inside, you would see the foam pads.
You would see it, okay. And it's not very nice. So I'm just going to put a few little bits. It could be pin flare glue. I'm not sure what
you want something that's going to go clear,
yeah.
Preferably then, yeah.
I will still cover the back of this because I don't want it to be seen. So I'm just going to pop that onto the front of the card. Now if you look inside, that's not pretty.
Could you put a star like on the inside?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
I hope this happens more and more regularly. That I'm going. Could you concertina? What was that I was saying earlier? Concertina. Could you concertina that? And you're going to go. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
That's what
Owain Roberts in the mind of a craft.
That's it. Whoops! As I chuck it everywhere. So if you go on the back and just line them up.
That's what I would have done.
You would have done that. I know you would have. You certainly would have. So if you do get a little bit that comes off the side, just wipe it off with a baby wipe or, well, with a baby wipe, that's the only thing I would use. Just to clean it. I've got a little bit there and I've moved it again. You could make the inside one bigger than the front one. And in which case then you would have the outer edge showing behind it. So you could create this into the pattern that you're making. As I say, I mean, this is very, very quick the way I've done it. I've just cut a couple of stars that I'm going to layer up. And I just thought I would give you a few little tips of what to do using acetate. I know you asked about shaker cards as well. I will try and do a shaker card and show you exactly how I do it.
We had a few bits and pieces of shaker cards in the office this week, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I think the girls are getting the grips with them and
the shakers.
Yeah.
The movers and the
it's
shakers.
The first time I'd seen one, a shaker card like that. You don't even see them out to buy, or anything in there. They look really good.
I've got another couple of stars here.
Yeah, Lorraine said, thank you for the help with the home sweet home die.
No problem.
She said in Wiltshire as well, beautiful day, 29 degrees. She said, what days and times are we here to do these? It's lovely to chat to you and exchange info. Yeah, so we're here Wednesdays for Tonic Live. This is Tonic Live at 3 p.m. That's when we are today. But we also do a show on Friday, which is called Tea Time with Tonic. That's at 4 p.m. So just before you're finished on, for your week. And we go through all the cards on the Tonic Live chat page, which is a Facebook group. So if you join that Facebook group, upload a card that you've made, anything like that, what we can do is we go through it and we just do a little bit of a technique at the end, or I do a side-by-side and try and keep up with Alison doing that. Linda... sorry,
lovely.
No, you.
We want something to write on as well on a card. So what I'm doing, I've taken another star, exactly the same size as the other one, put it behind the other star and just press together. I haven't done that terribly well. I'll show you on the side cam now. So all these stars will line up together.
There we go. That looks good. It's like a triple layer on the front. And there you've got...
And again, we've got the messy back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do exactly the same on the back. And I would leave this to dry overnight then, obviously.
Is it longer sort of drying times with acetate?
Yes, yeah. Because there's nothing to absorb it, it's just got to air dry. So we've got our inside star. I've cut a bigger star than the front, so you've got a little bit more room that you can write on. And I will stick it flat or we won't be able to close our card properly.
Do you think that a card it has to fold flat?
It doesn't have to.
Because you know that's you don't want to almost don't want to force it.
No.
You know.
No, it doesn't have to at all.
But if you're putting it in an envelope, it would fold flat like that
it would
anyway.
fold,
But it would just pop nicely when you
as you open it. Then it will
as
pop
you opened
out.
It, yeah.
So the first sentiment I grabbed, which doesn't exactly match this, was "Sent with love." So I could stick that across the front there. So I will stick it on, seems I've got it here. But it could have been "Enjoy today." Could be a nice boys card then. What is the other one? So we've got this one with a star.
Oh, plenty of it. We've got like loads of loads of sentiments. Yeah, you know, if you can look through, you know, on our Tonic Studios, you know, website, plenty of sentiments there. You know, if you're thinking of the perfect occasion, you know, we've got
congrats would be perfect.
Congrats, yeah.
You.
Happy birthday.
There we are. So we've got "Sent with love." We'll put on a little bit of a quirky angle. And there's our card.
And there we go.
So it's a very quick card.
Show it on the near.
But it's showing something that you can do with acetate that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do, where I've got the stars coming off the edge of the card, you could cut those off and cut them straight. Because you would need a bigger envelope than an A6 to post that out. So you could put it on, you could just chop them off and then they would fit in an A6.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well,
you probably need about a 6x6 envelope for that one.
Is that something you consider with some cards, I suppose?
It is. You know, postage is sometimes expensive. But if you put all these layers flat, it would go through as your normal post.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't have to go through that slot thing and pay the extra.
No, that's it. Especially the race card. I post a lot of the stuff here and yeah, that's a large letter. I'm afraid, Alison, that is a large.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That is a large letter.
Consider myself told.
Probably about 80 pence, maybe first class, if that's if he needs to get there that
quickly. I don't even know what postage is anymore. Shameful.
No, I only saw a list recently. That's why all the postage knowledge.
It's gone up recently then, is it?
It is, yeah. Actually, it has.
That's the only time anyone ever knows the post is when it goes up.
It does, yeah. Like you do take notice. You know, if things are a little bit, for a larger, we send out, things all the time. It sends to a lot of customers, things like that, and you do notice. And I know you guys, you send, wedding invites, whatever they are. You do kind of want to take that. If you're on a budget, and don't go back to "Don't Tell the Bride" again. But I mean, if you are on a budget, maybe you do want to make sure that it does slide. It does want to slide through. Just do some messages we had. Linda Poland says, "I always have a problem shadowing. It looks wrong." I think we've done shadowing on a few videos, and you said just about. I don't know, what tips would you give for shadowing just to make sure they're right?
If I was shadowing, I got to think what I do now. I either take it over to the left and up. So put the two that you're shadowing on top of each other. Then move the top one up slightly and to the left. Or I take it down to the right, a little bit down and over to the right. That's the two ways I shadow. And you tend to get a pretty even... an even area each side then.
Yep, that helps, Linda. We had a few happy birthdays then. So Justine says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Linda says lovely card. Jenny Hall says happy belated birthday wishes, Alison. That's great. Yeah, you can see it. Claire says hello. Hi Claire. Says more fun. It's like magic. Now you see it all. Justine proves Owain is learning. I have. So since the weeks, I know
you have.
We've done what's this, like 17th video? Maybe 16th or 16th live show. I have learned, a lot.
Oh God,
like quite a lot, and I come on a bit.
You don't come and ask so many questions now, do you?
Not in the office. I sort a lot of them myself in the office. Nikki got I'm always scared of acetate, but I may do a bit more experimenting. Yeah, I guess that's.
Just give it a play. I'll try and bring some more into the cards that I show you, and different things that I do. over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll do. And we'd love to see, on the group, see an influx of acetate,
Yeah.
stuff now, and see
Maybe
what
they
you
may
guys
not
can-
see it.
Maybe I'll go. Is that? I can't see the. I assume the card looks great.
If
I
you
can't
see a couple of random die cuts now, there's acetate there.
Jenny says, thanks Alison, great tips today. Lorraine Morris says, can you put a link to the Tonic group please, symptoms like me, thanks. Dan will put the group thing in there, so if any of you haven't joined the group or don't know about it, Dan will put it in the comments, so just scroll down and click on the comments and you can find it there. Great star card, says Justine. Wendy Johnson says, really love what you've done with the acetate, need to give it a go. Tanya Mahan says, wow, didn't realise how easy acetate is to work with. Thanks, Tanya. Justine says the only thing that you can boost is a normal letter or post. Is a normal letter. It's probably post-it note. Probably a post-it note. Yeah, I get that. And Linda Poland says thank you. So and that's
You're
it.
welcome.
Got them both. Thanks for all your messages again. I'm glad I was able to read them out because I was a bit gutted I couldn't read them.
I moved it out the way.
Read them on Friday. I'll show them at the front. Go on.
There we are.
Show them at the front. There we go, everyone. That's for today. I said I'd announce the competition winner, and that was Kim Ball. So
congratulations,
boater, our resident sailor, on there. Kim, do you want to drop me a message on the on the Facebook page, either on Crafty Owain or the Tonic one, with your address if you have a fixed address. It sounds like
yeah. Where can we send
where can we send it? Just let me know. And I think it was more of a mystery bundle for last week, so I'll find something. Maybe even we can find something that you're missing in your collection and you like. And that was it. And if you want to join the competition for this week, we're going to be giving the Twisting Veranda die set. Just put in the comments. So any of you have commented already, you're already entered. If you're on the YouTube, you've commented. We include those as well. So yeah, thanks everyone for commenting. But just keep commenting and liking the videos. As it means we can do more and keep going.
And don't forget your suggestions as well.
That's it. So you drove exactly what was on this show today. Same again. Just ask what you want. Older Tonic dies, newer, brand new stuff maybe that you want to see something again of. Let us know because we can do that then for you. So I think Dan's going to show the social media where we are. So if you're watching on Facebook already, or maybe you're just watching on YouTube, we've got a Tonic Facebook page you can take a look at. Just like that, and it'll update you on all Facebook related stuff, all our launches, everything really. Pinterest, all our Pinterest boards, every launch that we do, so recent times anyway, we give them a Pinterest board. It's got all inspiration on there. So if you're needing a bit of inspiration, you want to see there's so many cards on there. So and there's other bits and pieces of boards we've created, like dream craft rooms and just other bits of fun on that. So that's
taking
Pinterest.
Photos in my room again. I
know the dream craft room. There's some good craft rooms on there. I've appreciation now for a nicely. I like a nicely. I know everyone says the craft rooms are messy.
Girls, we made him into a craft room, and boys.
I like a nicely organised craft room. I know.
I don't think that's a thing.
I know that the rare.
Not like mine then.
People say they don't exist, but I have to believe that there's a craft room out there. The Instagram, put some of our best cards on the Instagram page. The Twitter just updates pretty much launch times, things like that. So if you're on Twitter and you do tweet, go on the Twitter page. And finally, this is the YouTube. So the YouTube, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, pop over to the YouTube now, subscribe to the channel if you can do, like some of the videos. Pretty much all our live videos are on there. And the good thing about watching on YouTube as well is that it pauses the video halfway through, because we know the videos are, can be some lengthy sometimes with the two, but it lets you just come back and forward to it and it doesn't lose your place. So I know that can sometimes be, frustration. So yeah, go over there, like and subscribe, I'd love to see you over there. And that.
We've also got Tonic. Win and Tonic. I couldn't think of the name there. Win and Tonic Challenge.
Look at me blankly. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Oh. The mind just went.
Yeah.
It's old age now. I got that excuse, right?
Stop saying.
Win and Tonic Challenge, which is
winandtonic.blogspot.co.uk.
winandtonicchallenge.blogspot.co.uk. Every month we have a new challenge on there, and you have a chance to win some tonic dies. So pop over, have a look for more inspiration if you need any. And And send your card into there.
Yeah, so send your card in. So we'll see you at, we'll do an event now for Tea Time with Tonic, which will be on at 4 p.m. on Friday. So we'll see you all then, and we'll look through your cards. I think it's been a great week for cards we've seen so far already again. So,
I've seen some stunning.
we'll have to see those, and me and Alison will have a chat, and I'll do a bit of a technique with Alison. We'll do something cool, all right? And we got me and Dan's secret special feature.
Special feature.
Which you may or may not be excited about.
I wouldn't be too excited.
I won't be too. But thanks once. Awesome comments again. Thanks everyone for joining in. If you're watching back later, still comment. We do read through them and have a little look. But it's really nice. We'll see you Friday at 4 o'clock from me now. See you soon, guys.
Happy crafting.